Hey guys, welcome to a recap of the Real Housewives of New York, episode 3, Two Truths and No Shashukna. Okay, no Shashukna. So, guys, we're over at Erin's house in the Hamptons. She got no food, and on top of that, she got no heat. No heat in the Hamptons, and it's fall. Oh no, oh Lord, Aaron, you really done did it this time in your hosting skills. And you know these ladies are letting her have it. These ladies are frozen. I was feeling the coolness of that whole environment, girl. You can't have me in a place with no food. You can't have me in a place with no proper heat. Like, mind you, I like it cold, but I also like to be warm. So if my space is gonna be super, super, super cold, have some really thick covers so I can cover myself up. But don't set me up here in the Hamptons with some light linens and sheets. And you ain't got no heat. She ain't got no heat in her house, y'all. Y'all. I feel for Erin. I would feel like, damn, I'm really messing up. So, these ladies are letting her have it, and it's so hilarious and funny to watch. I am living for this season, for this moment. But anywho, guys, Jenna Lyons, she did not sleep over at Erin's Hampton home. She went back to her Hampton home. She has a home in the Hamptons. And I blame her? No, because in the comfort of Jenna Lyons' home, she probably has food, proper provisions. She has proper heating, and I don't know, Erin. But I would be offended if I was Erin. I'm like, damn, I'm really letting these ladies down, and it's so harsh. So of course, this is gonna be a little thing that Jenna Lyons did not sleep over at Erin's home, and so we're gonna see this all play out. And I just think it's hilarious that Jenna didn't sleep over because that was the reason why Aaron decided not to make shashuka for breakfast, because the ladies planned out that they're gonna do a whole workout in the morning. And Jenna Lyons was like, oh no, we're working out. It has to be on an empty stomach. I don't want to throw up. Da, 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 da. So, Miss Aaron said, okay, I'm not gonna cook. I'm not gonna cook. Mind you, Jenna Lyons left at night because apparently she has a work call to do at 6 in the morning. But we really knew what it was. Jenna Lyons, she was feeling a little bit nervous. She felt a little bit out of place, but girl, I feel like she fits in. Okay, she's the stand out. She's not a stand in, she's a stand out. And Jenna, she wanted to retreat back to her safety, her home base. She wanted to regroup herself because the ladies were apparently being rowdy at night and she didn't want to disturb the peace. But by her leaving, that kind of like screwed up Erin's schedule. But Erin, you should have kept it moving. The hostess with the most has got to know how to keep it moving, keep it flowing. The ship don't stop for nobody, honey. Not no not 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 no, not for nobody. So, Erin, how many L's does Erin got to take? How many L's that Erin got to take? So now these ladies are hungry. They are starving. They're complaining about how cold it is, and Erin's just sitting there like early in the morning, no gratitude. Everyone's complaining. So let Jenna Lyons walk in her car all refreshed. She's like, here, you know she already probably had breakfast, or she done like a little moment for herself before she get back to these ladies. And so all the girls are like, where did you go? Why did you leave? And we didn't have breakfast because of you. And Jenna Lyons was like, no, 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 no. Y'all are grown. Y'all can help yourself out. Y'all can feed yourself. Don't wait on me. I don't stop the show. But apparently, Miss Jenna Lyons stopped the show, stops production. But it was so hilarious. So the ladies, they got to get ready, drink the coffee that they do have so they can prepare for this workout. And now, I mind you, this workout we are gonna see Bryn make an appearance. So I'm looking forward to that. But these ladies, they're already doing so much in the first 10 minutes of the episode, and I am living, y'all. But to me, what the gag would have been is that if Aaron did make the shashuka, I googled it, okay? To me, it wasn't my vibe. It's not for me early in the morning. I don't know if I could have a meal like that. Um, the shashuka was giving like soft boiled egg with harissa, tomatoes, very, Mediterranean, you know, type of vibe situation. But for me, for breakfast, I want scrambled eggs. I want it with cheese, with bacon, toast. Give me a full breakfast. But ah, maybe it was a good thing that, Aaron didn't make the shashuka. Because I don't know Aaron's cooking skills. Now it's time for the workout. And initially, before the trainer shows up, Uba was not here for the workout. She is like, I don't need a workout. She looks phenomenal. She looks great. But when she sees the trainer, oh, all of a sudden the motivation just arrived just like that. And she was ready to show what she could do. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm concerned. I'm nervous because you don't work out and you're about to go all out because the trainer is fine. Okay, so we seeing Uba. She's leading the tribe. She is leading the crew, showing everyone how to do this workout. The trainer is impressed. They relate because they're both African. They have that African vibe going on. And it's hilarious to see these ladies work out. I'm like, these ladies do not have to put up front. Every time, each housewives, from each franchise, they like to show us they work out. But we're like watching. I'm like, sweetie, do you really work out or you just working out? So I was excited to finally see Bryn show up to the whole situation because we did miss her last episode. She comes in for this workout in full form. Honey, what is it you are? It must be really cold over there for her to be wearing full fur. It's fall in the Hamptons. So she shows up, and I like the comment that Uba makes. Is like, oh, this is not very Hamptons. This is very Mississippi. And I'm like, she's giving Mississippi chic. I thought she looked good, Uba. But I think, that shade came from because, Miss Bryn also had a little crush on the trainer too as well. So that is why we have a little bit of sassiness because it became into a whole competition between these two ladies and this one man who looks so good. So it was so hilarious to watch. Miss Bryn, she is such a flirt. She is such a flirt, y'all. Brand, be careful, okay? I don't want her to be in those situations because she can flirt with anybody. I feel like she was flirting with me. I feel like she was serving me. I'm like, bread. So this whole workout was a success. All the ladies had fun. Who do you guys think won over the trainer? I don't know who was the trainer feeling. Was he feeling Miss Uba or Miss Bread? I feel like we getting two different vibes from those situations, but that was so enjoyable to watch. It's such a treat. So the ladies are like kind of like light snacking. I mean, they were in the kitchen, but I'm like, are they trying to forage for some food? Because there's no food at Aaron's home. It appears there's no food in Aaron's home. So while all the girls are doing what they do, Jenna was trying to talk to Aaron, trying to say that she's willing to give up she's being a good Samaritan. She's willing to give up her own room that Aaron provided to her to give it to Bryn so she could go over back to her place and enjoy her stay in the Hamptons. Okay. So I'm like, I see the whole situation. Aaron sees the whole situation and she calls it. She's like, no, you stay here. I offered you a room. And her room was actually considered the best room. So the lady started to call her out on that whole situation and not letting her slide and be so comfortable. Aaron wants her to stay. I want her to stay because I want her to be part of this group, to be immersed in this whole situation of being with the housewives. This whole part of being on the girls' trip is that you commune with the girls, okay? You don't go off away from the girls. You commune with the girls, and that comes with everything, 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 everything. So all the ladies, they're washing up, and Uba shares to Jenna how it's not cool for her to just go and dip and leave like that in Aaron's home. But Jenna's trying to say that, Bryn could take her room. So, of course, Bryn is heard about this whole situation, and she's feeling some type of way because she feels like, Aaron was a bit difficult with her just skipping out on a reservation that Aaron booked at a restaurant that she would not dare to dine, okay? So, of course, Bryn is feeling some type of way, and I'm like here for the pettiness because, yeah, you want the same energy given to someone else for the same thing that you have done. And she feels like this situation worse because she's disrespecting Aaron's home in the Hamptons. I think that's more of an offense than skipping on someone's reservations at a restaurant that you wouldn't dare to stay at. So, I see it. I'm here for the pettiness. I think it's cute and I'm eating this all up. So I don't know if I could come for Jenna. I couldn't. I love her too much. Bryn. But Bryn, she's going to give us a whole little moment. So I'm living for that for sure. So the ladies are stepping out for lunch because there's no food at Aaron's home, not a snack, not a crumb, not nothing. I couldn't. So they're stepping out for lunch and they got ready and everyone's coming out and they look like they're going to like a runway fashion show because everyone looked like they were part of a whole of one collection because they were giving khaki, cream, some white, black vibes. And the people who were underdressed were Jenna Lyons and Aaron. Aaron was looking at the girls like, where you guys think you're going? We're just going for lunch. But, for me, out of all the ladies, I really enjoyed Uba's look. Her look ate them all up. She was serving to me Chanel. She was giving me so chic 90s Chanel vibes. It was spectacular. Chef kiss. The other girls, I think I wasn't too much of a fan of their looks. I do feel like they were a bit overdressed because they were a bit too matchy. It was like watching children go out together and they're twins and they're holding hands. So I felt like, okay. But I'm so happy that they're at least cohesive because one thing about it, when the housewives go out on the girls' trip or go to like an occasion or an event together, I like when their vibe, their style kind of go together and they look like they're in a group. It has been scenarios in previous franchises where these ladies they go out and they look like they belong in completely different groups, giving different vibes. No cohesion, no oof. Instead we get oof. So I'm so glad that at least we have like a scheme. But of course you get that with the New York girlies because New York girlies they have the uniform black. But I'm glad they added a little color. They had the khaki into it, so that was nice. Um yeah, reflecting back, seeing the previous ladies, like even in this cast photo, these ladies they go together. They all giving their vibe pretty much in the same theme. We get all their personalities, so I appreciate the fashion, the looks. They definitely ate that up, y'all. So, the ladies are at lunch. Sai is starving. Sai, her brain cells are depleting because she hasn't eaten any food and she needs some nourishment. So they are starving and they're excited to finally get some food. And I'm like so embarrassed for Erin at this point. But yeah, the conversation that they had at the table, I enjoyed it because I was not expecting it. So Bryn is giving the ladies dating hacks. Don't use these hacks. Don't apply these hacks. These hacks only work for Bryn, okay? Anyone else using these kind of hacks will get a case made against them, okay? Okay. So Bryn suggests to get a guy's attention at a party is to go on your phone and make sure you have your nudes saved in an album, and then you go through them and you're scrolling and you scroll slowly and you zoom in, you zoom out, and you know that person's gonna be nosy and look, and then she says that you can expect them to introduce themselves. And Uba is like, no ma'am. Any person who introduced themselves following that kind of action is not a good person, and I completely agree. Okay. Like I said, these tactics may work for Bryn, but these will not work for us regular folks. Okay, so it's a no, ma'am. Okay, no, 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 no. So the tea is that we get from Uba that apparently Bryn has three engagements. So I'm like, I want to know this tea. I want to know. I need to know. These ladies are so fascinating. They give just enough to keep me interested, okay? So in Jenna Lyne's confessional, as ladies are talking, she is happy to share that, dating women is less complex as dating men because there's not so much games that needs to be played. Now, that could only be her personal experience, of course, but I get what she's trying to say. These ladies, they have to do the tricks, and all this stuff just to get guys' attention. I don't know if Bryn needs to do this, but I could see Jenna's point, and it's hilarious. And I would love to see Jenna date on the show. But apparently, she's in a relationship with somebody, and she's not willing or interested in including them into the shows. Maybe for now, but in the future, we possibly may get to see her love interest. I would love to see. I'm a little nosy, okay? So while the ladies go off to use the restroom, you have Bryn and Jessel sitting and they're talking. And I'm like, okay, finally Jessel gets to contribute into this episode because I'm like, she's on thin ice with me. I'm unsure about her, but sure, but unsure as well. So let's give her a chance. So she also brings up to Bryn, reminding her again how, Jenna Lyons didn't have to sleep over with the ladies. And, Bryn was saying how that's unfair. She doesn't like it, that there's a double standard, and that she would have been called out if she had did that too as well. So when the ladies arrive, Jenna and Aaron, Bryn calls them out. And pretty much, Erin's response is that she likes Jenna more than Bryn, and that she was able to drop the issue. And the face on Bryn's face, I felt for her. She gave us little puppy dog eyes. She's so cute. I just love me some Bryn, okay? So Jenna is eating this up. She's like, it was not a big deal. Jenna Lyons knows how to shut down a situation real quick. She eased it down. She eased it down real quick, real smooth. And it's so cute to see Miss Bryn be all fussy wussy about the whole situation. I'm like, Bryn, you could let this go. But this is not it. This don't come from Miss Jenna Lyons. I don't want to see an attack on Jenna Lyons, okay? So let's keep it cute and let's keep it moving, okay? So Uba, she diverts the conversation to the topic about, oh, this is watching like a French movie, so let's move on. Let's keep it moving. And I'm happy. I'm like, okay, timing. Let's keep pace. Let's not stay on things too long. So I appreciated that moment. So the topic switches over to how Giselle is not pleasurable. And I'm like, did you guys catch the double entendre? She is not pleasurable. Ooh. So this comes up because of Lingerie Gate, of Miss Giselle calling Jenna Lyons' gift ugly. When she says she didn't call it her gift being ugly, it's just that on her it was ugly. Sure, it looks nice in somebody else, but she didn't like the green. And I'm like, girl, I'm feeling the green. The green look good on me. It looked good on me. So Jenna was kind of saying under her breath that, that was not cool. But you had Aaron who stepped up for your girl Jenna Lyons and let Giselle know that was effed up pretty much. That was effed up and wrong. Okay. So the way Giselle tackles this, that she takes accountability that, okay, that was very rude of her, but the way she kind of dismisses the whole situation by still doubling down and saying that, oh yeah, but it was ugly. She didn't get the point. She didn't get it. And I'm like, ooh, this is not good. This is not good at all. And I can see quickly her getting into trouble because she was giving me Ramona vibes, y'all. She was giving me Ramona vibes. Like, okay, I'll own up to it, but play dumb to it and dismiss it so you can move on from the topic. But she's giving Ramona vibes. I'm seeing Ramona from Giselle, and that can get quite messy, y'all. So, you know, lunch is wrapping up, it's done, it's over, we're moving on. So, of course, Erin says to the ladies that don't worry, I have a chef coming later for dinner. And Uba, all she cares about, Apparently, she doesn't care about the provision no more. She cares about whether or not the chef will be as hot as the trainer, and that is yet to be determined. So I'm excited for these ladies because we moving quickly. We moving, we're moving, we're moving. There was a little bit of drama, but there was a little bit of laughter. We were able to enjoy ourselves in that seat, and that is what it should give, okay? And that is on period. So while Uba is thinking whether or not the chef will be hot, all I'm thinking is pretty much if this food gonna be hot. If the food's gonna be hot, if it's gonna be good. That's my concern, okay? Not if the chef is hot or not. Okay. So the ladies are getting ready for the evening. They're staying in, but they're still getting ready. And it's a kind of like a fun getting ready situation because they get ready pretty much together. They're helping out each other out. So Jenna Lyons, she wanted to show up to this dinner in just like some sweater and jeans. But as good girlfriends, they're like, no, 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 no. You're gonna dress out. I got some looks for you. So Uba gives Jenna Lyons a look and she served. She served. She pretty much ate them all up. Okay. I love Miss Jenna Lyons dressed sexy to the gods. But she makes an interesting comment. She says that she used to dress like this when she was dressing for men. But now she feels like, dressing for women, her outfit choices has changed. And I'm like, Jenna, sometimes you say some things and I'm like, girl, it don't gotta be like that. It do not gotta be like that. Do not waste the sexiness for nothing, for nobody. Okay. So that's how I felt about that moment. So overall, the ladies look super hot. We have Ilba. She looks so fine. Ooh, she could do no harm. Sai, she is wearing her Jenna Lyons lingerie as a top. And she dressed it up. So, Jenna Lyons is happy about that. And they were definitely serving. So I was happy that they made Jenna Lyons happy. So hopefully she will stay. Hopefully she will stay. So it is dinner, y'all. And the food was giving me Instagram. I mean, it looked good, but it didn't feel like it looked like something that would fill me. Like I feel like I would have to get McDonald's after that. But these ladies, they were happy. They were eating out. There was no complaints. Okay. So I'm happy that that was a win for Erin because she needed a win. She needed a win. I wanted to see a win for her too as well. Okay, because she was lacking. She was catching too many L's. So, after the girls are eating, they decide to play a game. And usually I don't like this game, True Truths and Lies, because, usually the girls don't really give, but these girls gave. These girls gave, and I was living for each and one of their each and one of them's moment. Okay, so first, Erin, since she wanted to play the game, she starts the game. So first, she lists that she had sex in the next game, sex in a car, and sex in a senator's office. Now, child, I'm tired of hearing about the sex in the senator's office. We heard it in the preview. We heard it in the promo. We heard it, in her confessional. But she don't want to tell a story. Why? Why? You stand by it, so share it. I want to know. I'm sure time went by. I think you could share it. I would want to know. So, anyways, the truth out of the three, the lie was the next game. But all the girls, they were guessing the senators. So she was super proud about this little tea that she has. And ladies, they wanted to know more about it. But she's like, this not for up for discussion. Moving on. And I'm like, Erin. She tends to be so direct, but in this moment, she was like, shut it down, moving on. I'm not telling you more details, but I want to know the story. So you see Erin in the confessional, and she's calling her man, telling her about the situation, and her kids are in the car, and they heard this. And I wonder if they're of age to really understand what she said. But after that, I feel like it's good enough that she could start sharing to us. I would love to know. She could change up the names. We don't gotta know. I can see why she's withholding information, but I feel like, girl, you can't just lead us on like that. I want to know the tea. I want to know the gossip. Okay, I want to know. Don't you? So now it's Sai's turn, and she lists her two truths and a lie. So, one, she has given multiple hand jobs. I like the tone of how she said. She said it so believable to each one of them. Next, she said that she had threesome. She loves to be choked out. So Bryn guesses that choked out is the truth and the lie, but no, it's the truth, but really the lie was the hand jobs, which made sense to me. I didn't believe that one. So Bryn goes next, and hers is hilarious. She shares that, first she has reverse cowgirl with a professional athlete. Sai rolls her eyes because she's like, obviously that's the truth, that's the tea. So that one's out. I thought that was so hilarious on how they're guessing which one is the truth, which one is the lie. So second, she says, reverse cowgirl, a Saudi prince. I said, ooh, that's interesting. Interesting tea. And the last one she lists, she says that she reverse cowgirl, a U.S. governor. And I'm like, Bryn. I I felt like if that was true, that would have cleared Aaron's two truths and a lie situation, okay? That would have cleared it. But, everyone was like, oh, you did not have sex with the U.S. governor. And I'm like, that would have been some real tea. So that was easy guess for the ladies. But now it's Jenna's turn, okay? So Jenna's turn made me laugh, and I felt bad too at the same time. Okay, I just love her awkwardness and her quirkiness. So Jenna says that she had sex in a movie theater, fell asleep during sex on a person, and then she said that she had a boyfriend fell asleep while having sex with her. And everyone guessed that she fell asleep on the person, but the truth was that she had someone fall asleep on her. And I thought that was that. I'm like, how can y'all? And everyone's like making their comments in their confessional saying, oh, that's why she's lesbian. I thought that was hilarious. That was hilarious. So now it's Uber. So Uber says that she had sex in Virgin Airlines, sex in Central Park, and sex in a Zara store. Now, the Zara store did not seem fitting for Uba, so the ladies guessed easily that the lie was Zara. And of course, we want the details in Central Park, but these ladies are not sharing. They just giving just enough. I feel like that is appropriate, okay? Just give just enough. So now it's Jessel's turn, and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Please let it be good. So she starts it off, and she says that, her first truth, or for her first on the list, is that she's made out. I couldn't even write it down. No, when she started saying made out, I'm like, made out. You don't hear the category that we are on. We have to say what you've been doing, not, oh my gosh, made out. So she said that she made out with a known rapper, and I'm like, okay. And then she says a popsicle stick was stuck up her vagina. And I'm like, what? And then she says she has had sex in Soho's elevator. So immediately the girls, they're like saying, oh, they hope the popsicle is true. And then they also said there's no way that you could have sex in the Soho elevator. It's not possible because the elevator ride is quite short. But knowing her situation with her husband, of course, I would take that out of the equation. So it ends up the lie is having sex in the Soho elevator. But of course, the girls want to know what happened with the damn popsicle because Miss Brain was ready to take off her clothes if it was true. So of course, Giselle, she actually shares. She's divulging. She said that that was something that happened a long time ago, and it was like something to try out to make things interesting. But you know who really got us the tea was Miss Erin, because what we learned is that this popsicle equation situation did not happen with Giselle's husband. It happened with a different partner. And for me, I've been getting some flags. out from that relationship because I feel like she's not too into him, that he's the one who's so into her that there's an imbalance. So there's a disconnect and they're not able to connect. So I'm like, we got to keep our eyes on that situation. But it just sounds like she could be a possible freak in the sheets. Like maybe these girls gotta learn something from her because they were so shocked, so gagged that they had to pull up Google to look up this whole popsicle in the vagina situation. Okay, so the ladies they actually celebrate Giselle, but I'm like, I just wonder what her husband gonna say when he sees this. I don't know. I'm so nervous for that relationship. I'm tired of seeing these ladies come onto this show and they end up in divorce because of the show and how they're seeing their self in their relationship. So, anywho, I'm watching these ladies, having fun outside. They need some heat because it's cold, and they're trying to start up this fire. And it's hilarious to watch because these ladies, they are not handy at all. But this is why the Housewives show is a thing. We have to see normal ladies try to do normal things that they can't do, but they're trying to do. Okay. So I like that these ladies are setting up for outside because they want to still have a little kiki. Once again, I'm so excited when these ladies have a kiki because we learn more about them. We have interesting discussions. It's light and fun with a little bit of shade, and that's how it should be, y'all. So, anyways, so Jen and Aaron are sharing how much they love the dollar store, but Sai is quick to shut that down and check them in a lighthearted way. She's like, no. She's like, when she grew up, she remember that going to the dollar store was not for fun, it was out of necessity. She recalls an event where her father for Christmas time went to the dollar store and bought a Christmas tree from the Dollar Tree, and that was not the moment, that was not the mood, and she said she did not enjoy that. So she does not reflect or share the same sentiments as these ladies do about the dollar store. So I'm glad that, Sai was quick to educate them in a lighthearted way that was not offensive, not a thing. And these ladies, they seem to take it in. So it really became a moment of getting to know Sai more. And I'm glad that she opened up and shared her life. We learned that, Sai has been through a lot of hardships. It wasn't easy growing up. Her family couldn't really raise her. So she was independent by 16, living in a shared apartment on her own where she was responsible in paying bills. She's been a working girl. She has busted her ass off and worked hard, and she has done the damn thing. Now, of course, that doesn't come without its trials and tribulations. She reflected the hardships that she went through in college, the moments where she has been homeless, but she has always visualized that she had something waiting for her that was bigger than what her current status was at that time. And of course, Bryn, she was able to chime in and relate to visualization and seeing things before they actually arrive and they're here. So I'm like, yes to manifestation. Yes, you better see it before it actually happens and have that faith. So Bryn, she shares how she couldn't afford things, but she would look at newspaper at what you call it at a catalog and envision herself buying this with 4 easy payments, and how she would place that into her home. To now, look, she's living the life. So I love that beautiful, cute little moment, but it was cut short. I don't think on purpose, but to make sure what's going on for future plans because she's the host. So Erin, she asked Jenna Lyons, "Are you staying over?" And she says yes. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see until it gets how cold it's gonna get and how rowdy these ladies gonna get. But I want Miss Jenna Lyons to stay, okay? Let her stay. So I enjoyed this conversation. It was some shade, but lighthearted, having fun. This seems like a group of ladies that are really friends and that, are making this work and do the damn thing. So I'm so happy and I'm loving this group. Next episode, y'all, we see the preview. The preview shows Giselle's husband. standing up for himself and saying that he doesn't like how his wife is talking to him. Okay. And I'm like, damn, it only took 2 episodes for him to stand up for himself. He wasn't on this episode, but on the first episode, you could see that he was trying to include himself into the situation. And Giselle had to say, oh, why are you here? Don't you have something to do? And I thought that was off. And of course, I had some other red flags about that situation. But already, now in the fourth episode, we're gonna see Giselle husband stand up for himself, and I'm like, oof, child, I hope they're able to maneuver and make this happen, make this work. But cause I don't know, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. But of course, there's a lot going on for all these ladies. So I'm excited to see the next episode of The Real Housewives of New York. Of course, I want to know what you guys thought about this episode. What do you think? Are you guys enjoying this group? Because I definitely am. And I can't wait for the next episode. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate every one of you for taking the time to listening to my recaps and also all my other little recaps that I have on my page. So as always, share as much kindness as possible. So stay safe and love you guys. Bye.